is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
I see you fellas survived without us yesterday. Y'all made it through yesterday. I didn't listen to the show.
Just wasn't the same without you.
But I was here in spirit. Me and Jesse.
We were here in spirit. Missed you guys.
You know, it really wasn't the same without you guys, because what we got accomplished was,
Did you
what
get
I
10
understand
callers?
was just, I'm not saying the show was better without you guys.
It wasn't.
But if you guys was to leave, I think we can survive.
You be all right?
Yeah, I think
So
we can
you
survive.
actually participated in the show instead of watching replays of the game yesterday is what you're saying.
Hey, Kurt was so, he threw this thing to me perfect. He shot me up right. I mean, me and Kyle went to a different level. I mean, I've never.
You still don't follow him on Twitter, though.
It's been a while since I've been
That is a
so
good point,
fulfilled,
Jesse.
with accomplishments.
So
Thank you,
fulfilled.
Kurt.
Kyle, how many phone calls did y'all get to yesterday?
I think we got to like 6.
Oh,
I think it was
Easily.
I don't think it was that
Six.
many. I think it was like 4 or
That's
5.
not bad.
It was easily 6 or 7, 8. Easily.
At least 12.
At least 12.
Yeah.
What'd y'all talk about yesterday? Whatever the callers wanted?
No.
No?
We did a segment on our offense versus their defense. And Kurt, I want to
How'd
thank
you
you.
do that on a Tuesday?
Excuse me. I want to thank you for all the stats that you supplied us with, and how Kyle did what he did with his stats and numbers. We brought it all together and made it work so efficiently.
I might as well leave the show because I was
No,
prepared to do Cowboys offense and Patriots
Well, you
defense.
guys
Y'all
need
already
to
did it.
You guys need to chime in.
You
No,
can
we're
chime
good.
in. I mean, you can go over what we have already covered.
I smell cow manure. I don't think y'all covered any of that.
Kyle is our guy. Kyle, did we cover the offense and defenses thoroughly yesterday?
You actually did,
Yeah.
Shannon. They're not lying.
Oh.
So you guys can.
Should we take calls today then?
I mean, hey, we don't want to go away from the normally broadcasted show.
The normally broadcasted
So-
show we would do Cowboys offense on Wednesday against Patriots defense. So you already went against
All right, you
the
know
normally
what?
scheduled programming.
Let's take calls. 888-855-2297. We want to talk about what y'all want to talk about.
But no, the thing about it, I ain't talking no more. I didn't want to talk no more about Detroit. I'm serious. I mean,
That's in the past.
yeah, that's.
You got the
I was gonna say something about
you
Detroit.
got the big boys coming. You got the big boys coming. This
But
week.
what I would like to talk about, if it's all right with you guys and you too, sir, is the love for New England that Jesse has.
Yes, let's get into that. This is a big week for Jesse. Jesse might wear 2 hats on the show Friday.
Right. One on the side.
Are you?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: Are you?
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing my hook. I'm not doing hooks. I'm just saying 2 hats going that way.
Okay.
I don't want the
you-
Omegas to be looking at me. You throwing them hooks on that shit? Relax, brothers. Relax.
Derek will come down here and get you.
Yeah.
Relax,
Him and
brothers.
Benjamin Bullock.
Bulk. Are you a Patriots fan? Let's just get it out in the open.
Yeah, let's get it out.
No.
No? Are you a
No.
Cowboys fan?
Yes.
You are?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Would you be a Cowboys fan if they didn't pay you $10 a show?
No.
I love your honesty.
Let me ask you this: is there certain components of the Patriots that you're a fan of?
Yes.
And can you share one of those components now, if Shannon would allow?
No. No, here's the thing, okay? I am a fan, and this is across the board, of greatness.
Yep.
That's just
Give me some.
that's just who I
Brother,
am.
that's who I am.
I am a fan of greatness. Now, I know I was only in New England for a half a pot of coffee.
Right.
Okay, a little bit about 2.5 cups.
Right.
I was in it about 2.5 cups, and just being able to witness it and see how it's done is one of those things. It's eye opening, and I've been on 3 different teams in the National Football League, so I've seen it done 3 different ways. And the level at which they do it, this is the reason why we compare everything. I don't care what team it is. I don't care what athlete it is. I don't care what team it is. I don't care what coach it is. You'll always compare, well, the Patriots do. Well, Belichick, well, Tom, you're always comparing yourself to them.
Mm-hmm.
So what makes them different? When you say you saw greatness when you were there, what did they do that was so much different than that?
Let me say one word before you start. Preparation. Then I'm gonna leave it alone.
Boom. The way they go about preparing you, and I love the honesty that they work with. There is no confusion. You're never going to hear a player leave there or come there or be a part of that and be like, I don't know what my role was. I don't know what we're supposed to do. You don't hear players say that. It is clear and it is defined from the moment you walk in the building. And it's not just the coach. I mean, down to the training people, to the cleaning people. I mean, everybody. And some people say, I heard some things this week. Was it Lane Johnson was saying something about how that team is running fear. It's not about running in fear. And they don't run the organization in fear. It is a standard. And no one is exempt from the standard that they have set there. And it is a special thing to watch and to be a part of. Like, the year that I got there, they had just they had lost the Super Bowl before that. Whatever. I think they got like AFC Championship rings or something like that.
Right.
Not one player in the locker room that received those rings were satisfied. Like literally, it was jokingly, but Tom Brady got his AFC Championship ring and threw it in the trash. Now he went back and got it, but he just like, those don't go on the mantle at the house. I give those to my parents. Those don't go on. I don't advertise the AFC Championship rings. There's not room on the mantle for this. I give that to my dad. He can put it on his mantle. The only thing that goes on the mantle at my home are the big boys. That's it. And that was not just him. It was across the board. The guys who have been there for a little bit, it was like, and I thought to myself, man, what if we had won an NFC Championship here? You would have thought, or even played in it, you would think that it was the Super Bowl. I mean, but the guys in that locker room were like, what is this? The way that they practice. And I told you guys how they practice. It is all out every single day. You have to compete for your spot. Nothing is given to you. Wes Welker was on that football team the year or two before I got there. And Bill is very adamant about when you speak to the media, if you're not praising someone else on your team, talk about yourself. Don't say nothing about anybody else unless you're giving them praise. Other than that, talk about yourself. And Wes came out and he made the comment about Rex Ryan's wife's feet. Remember that?
Right.
In the playoffs. He benched his best receiver for the first half of the playoffs because that is the standard. You are not to talk about anything other than yourself, promoting one of your teammates, or the football game. And he did. And Bill said, "Here, you're my best receiver. You're an all-pro player, and we need you to win this game. But because you went against what we do here, you won't play for the first half in a playoff There is no exceptions there. And that's the part that I like about being with the Patriots. It's just how they go about there is no stone every detail, every single detail is worked on. Every single one of them. And people make Bill out to be like this robot, this kind of just mean. He's not like that. We say the same thing about Jason Garrett. If you get a chance to be around Jason Garrett outside of the cameras, he's not the robot that you see on stage. He's not. He has moments where he's laughing and he's joking and he's saying, snarky little things. Same thing with Bill Belichick. The same first day I got there, we had played them. Remember, we had played them up there, and they went down and beat us the last seconds of the game. Well, the next year I was on New England, and we were reviewing that game from last year, and they're playing that game. And I remember that year, Jody Camillus kept saying, whenever you can, tag Wes Welker. He goes, don't do it late, but even if he's running out of bounds, you can get a hit on him, just touch him every single time. I want him to feel you every single time. Well, kick off the punt, he catches it. He don't have much room to run. I'm right on him. He takes one step out of bounds, I tag him. I knock him over. No flag, good play. And we're watching the film, and I'm new. But Bill kept playing this thing over and over and over again. And he goes, look at this right here, Wes. I mean, you just let anybody do anything to you? And he keeps playing it over, but he's circling me.
And you're
now,
in the room?
I'm in the room. Now, nobody knows I'm in the, like they're not catching on to it.
Right.
I'm looking, I'm just like, oh, snap, that's me. And he's like, I mean, just anybody does anything to you, Wes, you get up, you don't say anything, you don't do anything, you just get up and walk to the sideline. Like, if it was me and this guy was in the room, I'd punch him in the face. And he's going over it and over it. And I'm looking, I'm just like.
He didn't know it was you either?
Wes didn't know it was me. And he kept doing it. He goes, I mean, come on. Like, seriously, Wes. I mean, if I ever was done like this and I saw this guy again, he would have to pay for it. Then eventually some of the guys were like.
Oh, no.
And then finally Wes was like, hey, that's you. And I was like, my fault, man. I didn't mean to hit. I'm like, but we all
Because you had to whoop up on Wes.
Yeah, I would have whooped up on him. But we all laughed about it. But that was him in that meeting. He was just like,
and that was Belichick.
That's Belichick. That's Belichick in a meeting. You know, I'm the new guy. Wes is the savvy veteran. But he's having fun with the new guy, like trying to get everybody riled up. But it was funny. And everyone laughed because he kept doing it. And he knows, and I know and that's me.
Yeah.
And he kept doing over, and but that's what I do enjoy. That's what I'm a fan of the Patriots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a phone call since y'all jacked this show up right out of the gate. Yeah. Mario in L.A. Is that Los Angeles or Louisiana?
No, that's Los Angeles.
Wrong one.
Cowboys second home. We have so many fans out here.
That's
second
a fact.
Home for the
That's
Cowboys.
true.
You do, man.
We love the Cowboys out here.
Yeah, we love the support out there, man.
Hey, I just want to say really quickly, first of all, Nate, thank you so much for bringing glory to this institution, man. It's great to have you on board. Jesse, man, you're so real. Thank you. Please don't ever change that. You speak as it is. Speak your mind, truth. We need something like that. And Shannon, cool guy, man.
Thanks, man.
Yes.
Well, what about Kurt? What about Kurt?
I'm just here.
Kurt is a cool ass guy. Brings up the stats. He always lets you know what's the numbers. I appreciate that about Kurt.
He loves Shannon. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Anyways, I've been a Cowboy fan since I've been in third grade. I'm 34 years of age. I haven't seen them, be at this level since you played. And every year you wonder, if this is our year. And I think this is the most competitive team I've seen so far since I've been a Cowboys fan. And I think this week is the biggest test they have. And it was going to see if we match up. My question is, do you guys honestly, sincerely, and Jesse, I think you would have a lot to say, and Nate as well, because you played. Do we stack up against the Patriots? And if so, will this be ultimately a deciding factor to see where we stand as a team? And are we really Super Bowl contenders if we get to beat the Patriots? And I'll listen up and hear what you guys have to say.
Great thought you would never ask.
Great questions, Mario. Are we going to throw it to the voice of reason?
Jesse, no, sir.
We talked about this yesterday.
This is the best offense, weapon-wise, that they have faced.
The Patriots.
New England Patriots defense. Mm-hmm. Their offense is not as great as it's been in the past, and it may prove to be different if we line up in the same old defense. But this should be a high-scoring affair. We should not. We should never be on the brakes. We should never touch the brakes. We should be going downhill coming out of Tennessee, because I know they got a lot of hills. When they got the little brake areas where you can ride over to the side, we ain't putting on brakes. We ain't riding over to the side. We
you talking about driving an 18-wheeler?
Yeah, we talking about 18. We just going like straight downhill.
The slope ramp.
That's right. We ain't no slope ramp. We taking the brakes off this thing, and whatever gets in our way, we wreck it. This is the best team that New England has faced offensively the whole year.
Better than the Ravens?
But better than the Ravens, better than whoever they've played.
Hey,
brother, this is a team.
They lost to the Ravens.
Come on, man.
That's what I want to know.
Jesse, give us your insight, brother.
Do you think, we talked about this yesterday, that their defense might be a little overrated? Because they ain't played nobody.
All right, let me answer his question first.
Nate,
I'm going to answer your question
Nate's
first.
Nate's been waiting 2 days for this.
Yes,
so here's the thing, right? Here's the funny thing, right? For the Cowboys, this is the test. This is right. This is right here will determine whether this team will be Super Bowl contender.
For the Patriots, it's the Cowboys. It's the Cowboys.
See the difference? For us, it's if we win this, we legit Super Bowl. Oh man! If they win, they like it's Sunday. See the difference? One team it's the end all be all to their season. Like we are holding this game as Cowboy fans in such high regard that if we win this game, it is like damn near the Super Bowl.
No, I am not saying that.
No,
Jesse.
I'm not saying you. I'm just saying. But you have not been this excited all year long.
Because
you have not been this hyped all year long, and it's only because we're going up against. It goes back to what I said earlier.
Because Daddy gave him the keys. Daddy gave him the keys.
But you fans have not. This game has been circled on the calendar.
Yes, it has.
For us.
That's right.
Not for New England.
Okay.
So
answer the question.
Let me get there.
Okay, Jesus.
This is called. I'm crescendoing.
That's right. Do it, baby. Do it.
I'm letting it sizzle.
Right,
I'm working this thing up.
Yeah.
I actually forgot the question. What's the question again? No.
You did forget the question.
I did forget the question. What was the question?
They haven't faced this kind of offense.
Yeah, but the guy asked, "Is this the game? The measuring stick? Is this the measuring stick?"
No.
Are they? But are they?
No, it's not the measuring stick to me.
No.
No, it's not. I mean, we put the Patriots up here, and I get it, rightfully so. They're a 9-1 football team, but at the end of the day, right? This does nothing for us if we go and lose to Buffalo. This does nothing. We can win this game and go lose to Buffalo, and then it puts it right back to where we were at. My thing is, to be honest with you, I thought Minnesota might have been the game.
Mm-hmm. It was the game.
It was. That to me should have been the deciding moment. But I think something went off. I think something went off in the Minnesota game. But if we win this game, you only get one victory for this. You don't get extra for this. And I know you say, well, it's the first real opponent that we would see. And so I get the hype of this, but
Be a confidence booster, wouldn't it?
No, it's a confidence booster. You won it last week. To me, this doesn't give you much.
I don't know about that.
Why would this give you so much more confidence?
This game should tell not so proving who you are, but this is who you are. Now, I understand what you're saying. I'm agreeing with you. The last week was the booster for our offense. The defense, no.
Right,
but for the offense,
let's just say we
was
go.
the booster.
Let's say we blow these. Let's say we blow them out.
Right.
Beat them by 21, and they go put on a crap show against Buffalo and get smoked. Then what?
Yeah, but I'm not looking at Buffalo. I'm saying right now, there's a big difference between beating the Patriots and beating the Lions.
It is. To a certain degree,
it's a confidence boost if you go into New England, who's won 20 straight
yep.
or up there. I mean, that's got to amount to something. That you say you went in there and beat that team, one of the best, the greatest team of this century or whatever.
Yeah, but it counts for one win.
But
that's
I know it on paper it counts for one win, but the confidence in the.
Does it affect players different than it does the fans? Because obviously this is like everybody that played the '90s Cowboys. You have a target on the fans get hyped.
The players get hyped.
We took them down, so it does matter if they win this game.
The players get hyped because you want to. These guys have been around long enough. Some of them, this is their first opportunity ever going up against the GOATs, right? Tom Brady, Bill Belichick. I got a chance to play with them. I play against them and play with them, right? Mm-hmm. And I lost when I was with the Cowboys. There's only one player, two players on this football team, maybe three, on this current football team that was a part of the last time they played the Patriots.
LP, Witten, and
Sean Lee?
Sean Lee, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
So no other player has ever played against Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. So going up against them, it's like going up against Jordan, right? It's like I'm playing against Jordan and Phil Jackson. So of course you want to raise your game because those guys are the standard.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I don't. It's fun to beat them because you want to beat the best. Right. Right. And in the words of Ric Flair, in order to be the man, you got to beat the man. Mm-hmm. But to me that doesn't. It's not the defining moment.
But it proves. I think it proves. Like I think in certain years there's been a game that you can point at and go, that made you legit. Last year it was the Saints. It was like, okay, this is a real team. A few years before that it was the Seahawks when nobody gave them a chance. Okay, this is a legit team. Is this a game?
What did the end result come to?
Well, the same as it's been the last 20 years.
37 sacks. They third in the league. They're giving up 249 yards. They first in the league. They're giving up 97 yards rushing. That puts them about 4th or 5th in the league. They're giving up less than 210 passing. That makes them first in the league. They lead the league with 19 interceptions.
That's this is a turnovers.
And people will say, people will say, this is this team hasn't played anybody all year. Mm-hmm. Right? They'll say the Patriots haven't played anybody. They only got 2 teams over 500 right now.
Yeah.
That's the Baltimore, who they lost to, and the Bills. Mm-hmm. That's it. But people say the same thing about us.
Cleveland was running the ball on them. This could go a long ways for the psyche of the players. This could go a long ways for the psyche of the player. But the first thing that Coach Johnson would say after New England, after we beat them, he'll let us rally on the bus. He'll let us rally on the plane. He'll let us rally all the way to that meeting, that Monday or Tuesday. We have the Monday meeting, then Tuesday would be also. Mm-hmm. He would let us rally all the way to Monday, and then he would just break the news like Jesse just broke. Well, fellas, if we go lose to Buffalo, what you just accomplished don't mean nothing.
I tell you what, just for my own, because I'm all about myself, because I'm an only child.
Right.
For my own personal entertainment, I hope they win, because that plane is going to be crunk on the way back. Woo! You talk about some yelling and music going. Woo! That'd be so much fun. All right, let's take a quick break. We come back. James, hang in there. We're going to talk some more.
I saw Grunk last night in L.A. dancing.
Oh, dancing with
no one's living a better life than him.
Oh,
no one.
No
one. There's not a human being right now.
No one may be more oblivious to life either.
Except me.
Maybe.
Yeah, me and Grunk, yeah.
We'll be right back. I'm hanging with the boys.
Living with Grunk.
Cowboys Way, where Thanksgiving means spending the day with 100,000 of your closest family and friends to watch the game live. Where 16 Hall of Famers and 5 championships show us what success looks like. Where we're all defined by one single thing, the star. Where we as fans have the power to keep the tradition going. Bank of America is proud to be the official bank of the Dallas Cowboys and to support the quest of living life the Cowboys way. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America.
Copyright 2019, Bank of America Corporation.
Hey, Cowboys fans, if you're thinking about attending a game this season, visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today. Stay at the team hotel, have dinner with a Cowboys legend, and experience AT&T Stadium's exclusive VIP Owners Club. Also, tour the star, get autographs from your favorite players, and talk X's and O's with me, Mickey Spagnola. The official travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys will take care of all your travel needs. Visit cowboystravel.com.
Ready? Okay. Give me an S. S. Give me an O. O. Give me an S. S. Give me an O. O. What's that spell?
So.
Are we gonna win?
Not if we play like we cheered.
Just okay is not okay. Whether it's cheerleaders or your wireless network, AT&T is America's best wireless network. Best network based on GWS One score September 2019.
So, you're shopping, and that's when you see it. Aisle 23. Dr. Pepper stacked from top to bottom as far as the eye can see. The phrase too good to be true comes to mind, yet there it is. A rich, delicious Dr. Pepper paradise. Wait, did that can of Dr. Pepper just open itself for you? They all are. As if to say, so nice to treat you. And even though it feels weird to talk to a can, you pick one up and say, it's so nice to be treated. Dr. Pepper, so nice to treat you.
Back to Hangin' with the Boys.
We're back. Kurt wants to talk about one of our favorite things on this show.
Did you give your mom those draws?
I'm gonna give them to her. She's gonna come in on Wednesday.
Women think it's women underwear. You don't call them like that.
What? Draws?
She was mad at him for showing him.
Showing on hair.
Nah, she was fine.
She you would think my son would. The first one was a mistake, but the second one wasn't. We heard her say this, right?
Yep.
Nate made me call her after the show just so he could get me in trouble. See how much trouble I was in.
Talking about Tommy John's, of course, the feature packed and feel amazing. And if you disagree, they're backed by the best pair everywhere or free guaranteed.
Ask Miss Gross.
Exclusive. Ask Miss Gross. Shop exclusive Cowboys underwear at TommyJohn.com/Cowboys for 20% off your first order.
How many people you think will walk up to your mom in a couple of weeks and ask her, how you talking?
Next time she's in the casino, how you draws doing, Miss Gross?
You got some Christmas draws on? Your mom's like, yeah, I sure do. They're right here.
You're going to be in trouble.
Wow, man.
Oh, man.
Wow.
All right, James, before we get back into Jesse's love affair with the Patriots. James in New York, how are you, man?
Hey, what's up, boys? What's going on?
All right. James, you called in yesterday.
Yep.
That's right, man.
Hey, great call, James. Great call, and you got through again today. Thank you for yesterday.
Yeah, man. I love you guys, man. You guys are my show right before work, man. You know what Kurt's like? You know, if you guys watch the Stern show, you know he was complimenting everyone. He's like Fred. He's behind the soundboard and everything like that.
Yeah, he is our Fred. Kurt's
He's like
our
our Fred.
That's your new name on the show, Fred.
Kurt the Fred.
Yeah, man.
Call him Fred.
Kurt was on point with the stats yesterday. He was on point yesterday.
Yeah.
Kurt did a good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. But I want to answer the last caller's question in like my opinion, but I also want to disagree with Holly real quick. I think they beat the Pats. Holly, I love the stuff you're talking about with the internal stuff with the Pats, but I mean, it makes me jealous. But I think it'll put some wind in their sails when you get a win like this. It proved it against the Saints last year. I mean, whether that materialized to them going to an NFC Championship game or, God willing, a Super Bowl remains to be seen. But I think it'll definitely help the team. But if you look at the game, how I look at it, you say, can the Cowboys beat the Pats? Well, our roster of players, sure, they definitely can. I mean, our roster versus their roster, it's probably very similar. I mean, they'll have their advantages, Tom Brady, et cetera, versus, some of our players that maybe have a strength over theirs. But it's the attention to detail that the Pats bring is that what I worry about with this team. Like with the Cowboys, will they have a false start in the red zone that can cost them maybe a touchdown turn into a field goal? Will we botch a kick return? Will they get good field position? It's those little things that go into these big games when you play against these really good teams that separates them. And that's how I look at it. If the Cowboys can play a clean game or as clean as possible, then yeah, they can definitely win the game. But if they don't, which I anticipate the Pats outcoaching him because he's the best coach in the league, and let's face it, we're probably middle, and I think that's where the big advantage lays. I don't know what you guys think about that, but that's how I would view this game going into it.
Thanks for the call, James. Thoughts?
He's kind of right. I mean, it's they obviously you think hold the coaching advantage. I mean, even Garrett said, Belichick's the greatest that's ever been out there or whatever. So they're going to have to. I agree too that talent-wise they're probably pretty even, but it's going to be that preparation that you talked about, Jesse, and game planning, scheming that's could be the difference. And if that's the case, you got to maybe be a little worried.
Whatever your number 2 option is, work on it. Perfect it. Because whatever your number 1 option is, they're taking away. And you can't – what's the guy they just signed from the Indy practice squad? They just signed the guy to play DB.
Yeah.
You can't hide. You can't hide. They're going to find you. They're going to find you.
Deontay Burton.
He's going to find you. And that is the big difference, is that when you get on the field man for man, here's a guy who's going into his 18th, 19th year. There's nothing Tom Brady hasn't seen. There isn't a coverage. Now, can he be inaccurate? Sure. Can he make overthrows? Sure. Can he throw interceptions? Sure. Can he get sacked? Absolutely. But when you have to go for 4 quarters against the brain power of Josh McDaniels, Bill Belichick, and Tom Brady, with the way our defense has been playing and the way their defense has been playing, that's where I get a little bit weary at, because you can't hide from Tom Brady. And they're to the point where they'll go to the same play 6 times in a row. Literally, do it again until you stop it. They will also, this is why they're one of the greatest quarterback coaches combination. You can add Josh McDaniels in there because he's been there in and out for a very long time with Tom Brady in NFL history. Because they will have a whole game plan Monday through Saturday and it not work in the first quarter and they scrap the whole thing. Like that. That's better. Like that. And have a whole new game plan in the middle of the second quarter.
Is there any other coach in the league that has the balls to do that?
Maybe Sean Payton. Maybe maybe Andy Reid.
So your top 3 coaches that we always talk about, maybe those
Maybe.
other 2 guys.
I would say maybe Andy Reid, probably Sean Payton. The good chance Sean Payton.
You know what? This is one thing that makes me mad. I see this around the league too much. If you limp out the game and a play later you limp back into the game, I'm attacking you. And you know the league won't do that as a whole. And I know the Cowboys don't do it. If you limp out the game, like, I'm being honest now, and I've been waiting for this to come up. You let Amari act like he hurt against them. That dude coming up on him, when he come back in the game, they corner, no matter who, coming up on him, trying to lay hands on him in a way that you've never seen.
Mm-hmm.
They going to make you realize you either hurt or you not. I'm serious.
They'll do that offensively, too.
Yeah. And so I've never understood, when I played against guys that were hurt, I know you hurt, and brother, you finna feel every ounce of what I got on that pain, on your injury. I'm trying to get you. The league won't do that, and I know this team, man, limp out the game on me and come back. I'm trying to break you.
Yeah. And offensively, I've seen them, a DB go out, very next play, testing that guy.
Yeah.
Test him again.
And
Test him again.
And
Test him
again.
again. Mm-hmm.
It's like
We had that to us last week on a touchdown play. What's the first thing they did? Our safety went out.
Mm-hmm.
They said, okay.
And they kept coming.
And it went right to the post. Banged it for a touchdown. Now, go ahead.
Go ahead, no, bro. I just, that bothers me.
Here is the one thing that I am excited about.
Uh-oh. Football horny. Here we go.
Cowboy. And my nipples literally just got hard.
Hey, get that man some Band-Aids. Hey.
Here's the one thing that I'm excited about.
Yes, sir.
I think, and I truly believe this in my heart of hearts.
I like where this is going.
I think, from what I've seen and the way that he has been uncuffed.
Kellen Moore. Talking about Kellen Moore?
No, I'm not.
Talking about Dak?
I'm talking about Dak.
Number 4.
I think if they go ahead and just fully let it go, let go and let Dak.
Everybody get the keys out of their pocket. Everybody
I am serious.
Put your keys on the table. Put your keys on the table.
I don't have mine with me.
Okay.
Put your keys.
Hey.
I think that we have come to a point where if they fully just take the shackles off my feet so I can dance. I just want to praise you. I just want to praise you. I think Dak has enough to make this a game and to win a football game in New England. I do. But if they go into this game and they try to overthink, if you're listening, you can't outcoach Bill Belichick. You can't. Period. We don't have it. You can't. You cannot. So if you think that you're going to go in there and out-chess the chess master, you've already lost.
Would you have said that about Dak before the Detroit game?
I wouldn't have said this about Dak at no point in time last year. And I told you guys at the week 3.
But I'm talking about, did your opinion change the first few games of this year, or did it change even more after Detroit?
It changed the first couple games of this year because I knew I saw a different player.
Right, and we talked about that.
But then Detroit, Minnesota, and Detroit, he's getting to a point now where he's getting into this groove. It's like when a shooter gets into a groove, a hitter gets into a groove, he's getting into that groove where the ball is going to the right person at the right time at the right place. And that's one of those things where a quarterback gets in that kind of groove, he is tough to defeat. The only way you defeat him, it won't be defensively. It'll be offensively. The guy's calling the plays. If you're not going to outsmart Bill Belichick, that defense, Josh McDaniels. You're not. History says that you're not. You got to let this guy go. You got to let this guy just do one of those games where it's like, give me the ball, get the hell out of the way, and let me do what I do.
Cranking up the ride, baby. Cranking it up.
I truly do. I think he has begun that ascension. To when we talk about how we see Aaron Rodgers take games over and Tom Brady take games over.
Drew Brees.
I think Dak is getting to that type of route. Now, I'm not saying that he's those guys. I'm not putting him on that tier with those guys. What I'm saying is, if you let him go, don't try to rein in. Let Dakota Prescott go.
Yeah. Let him go until the game's on the line and they go, no, wait, hang on.
Let him go.
Right.
Free him. Like, this is, you're talking about a defining moment.
Free Dak. Let's get some T-shirts going. Free Dak.
This is the defining moment. Free him. Let him go.
You think the Patriots and teams in general are going to, we know they've been stacking up to try to stop the run. Do you think that philosophy might change a little?
No.
If they looking at the film, which I tried to show you guys, if they looking at the film and you looking at the offensive line, would you stack? The answer is simply no.
No.
I'm trusting that my 4 or 5 can beat your 4 and 5 because that is what's been happening. Now, they've had a few 8-man boxes, but that ain't been the norm. I tried to show you. So now you asking a question you already know the answer to.
Kurt's asking for the fans.
But then also the Patriots defensively, they do so many different funky things. They'll have 1 down lineman and 5 linebackers. They'll have 2 down linemen and 4 linebackers. I mean, they do so many different things where it's so hard to get a beat on them. You wonder why turnovers are happening for them is when you confuse your opponents, when they think they see something that's not actually there, and then you break out into something else, that confuses especially the inexperienced quarterbacks. So there's nothing about our run game this year that has anyone shaking in fear. So stacking to them, they're not going to come into the game stacking the box. But if the run game starts to be an issue, they'll change. They'll shift.
How you beat the offense when you come with 2 defensive linemen and the linebackers that he talked to, multiple linebackers. That's when your zone game becomes huge. You don't try to just run straight at them because you don't know how they coming at you and what stunts and games they got or what run stunts they got. But if you start going sideways, they're gonna have to react to you then. So you can take away a lot of that in the run by how you take your steps. Now, if you go straight at them and they hitting you from all different angles, it's a guess game. And 9 times out of 10, they're a little more athletic than our offensive line. But if you go sideways and make them have to start running and declare their gaps, that'll help you a little bit better. But I still say this right here: they're not going to be scared. Like until you show them. See, they are willing to. If they say, okay, this guy can't play quarterback, they ain't waiting. You know what I'm saying? Like. And I hate to use this game, but you watch the Jets versus New England. They didn't wait. This dude don't know what he doing. I ain't wait. Blitz, all different angles. But against a team like Baltimore, they're like, this dude here slip a block and all this. So they waited. 60
yards to the house.
So I'm asking Jets, how do you think they'll attack Dak? Do you think they'll wait? Or they'll just start coming at him?
No, I think for him, they're going to make him read the entire field.
Okay.
I do.
Okay.
I think so. I think they know that he is athletic enough to get away from some of that stuff.
Right.
I think with Dak, they're going to make him – Dak's going to have to find option 3, option 4.
Right.
Sometimes. Like they're – because –
So you're going to have that kind of time?
The pass blocking has been pretty good.
Yes, it has.
And when you look at the way New England is structured – They pay back end. They pay safeties and cornerbacks.
They just had so many guys. We talked,
37,
bunch of sacks.
37 sacks, plus 19 turnovers, 19.
Nobody in the top 20. I mean, it's a lot of guys getting a lot of sacks.
And that's because the back end they got covers. They cover well.
Okay.
One of the best cornerbacks in the league, who we do not even talk about, It's Stephon Gilmore.
Yeah.
He's probably
number one.
He's probably the best quarterback in the league. No one talks about him. No one. You don't hear him being talked about.
But his money is large.
That's who they pay.
His money is large.
They pay guys.
Look
on
up
the
his
back.
price. Look at his price
they
tag.
Pay guys on the back end. Because here's what they're going to do. They're going to say, Stephon Gilmore, you're going to guard Michael Gallup. My second guy in that safety, you're going to bracket Amari Cooper. So, and if old man 82 beats us, then we deserve to lose. So now we gamble and say, can Randall Cobb or whoever else would be your third option or fourth option, can they win a football game for you? That's what they break it down to. And they say, if he beats us, we deserve to lose. Who won't beat us is the guy that you're going to pay all the money to. Mm-hmm. Some other guy going to have to beat us. Michael Gallup, nope. Amari Cooper, if you beat Stephon Gilmore, then he ain't worth his weight. We paid him a lot of money to be, or Michael Gallup, or whatever it is.
$13 million a year average.
And they paid him this 2 years ago.
So
they paid him this 2 years ago.
That's how they function. They say we're going to take away option 1, option 2, and now as a quarterback, when you go through your reads, it's 1, 2, and now when you get to 3, and even in your head, when you get to 3, you kind of like, uh-oh, my clock is running out. That's where the sacks happen because they automatically take 1 away. So now you got to go 1, 2, and now you have to find 3. Now, most of the time, 3 isn't the greatest. It's a 3 for a reason. Not saying that Randall Cobb can't have a big game, but they're going to make him have a big game. They're going to make you say Randall Cobb's going to have to be the guy today. And if you can get to him in your progression and find him before we get to you, they'll shake your hand and say, good job.
Hey, you know what?
What?
And they don't miss tackles.
Oh.
They don't miss tackles, bro. I'm with Jesse, man. And I get into this with my family members and friends who are Cowboys through and through. I say, y'all can hate all you want, but a loser I am not. Greatness I applaud. And that's just how I'm not going to walk around and say, hey, man, I'm going to hang out with Jesse. He my boy. He's a loser. Ain't nothing. I'll hang out with Jesse in church because I'm going to be praying for him. But other than that right there, when we leave church, we got to go our separate ways because I ain't finna be just hanging out trying to lose. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest, man. Yeah.
Hey, let's go to the phones real quick. Jay, sorry to keep you holding. Jay in Colorado, what's up?
What up, guys?
You on them gummies?
What?
You on them gummies?
Nah.
I thought he was like Deion Waiters. You know what I'm saying? From the Heat. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Nah. Y'all are good.
You will be later, though, won't you?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. See? I knew it.
Yep. One, Jesse, we going to win on Sunday.
Listen, I hope so. I'm with you.
And 2, it's going to come down to defense. My thing
then we ain't gonna win, brother.
Michael Bennett need to play a little bit more inside, but that's just my opinion. And if we're able to play man and contain Tom Brady, we'll be okay. Because Tom Brady ain't gonna take off like Aaron Rodgers and even that dude Driscoll last week. That just ain't gonna happen like that. So a lot of people don't know that.
Tom Brady he's on the gummy bears right now.
Yeah.
I'm messing with
Thanks for the call, Jay. Appreciate it, man.
He's got a point, though, doesn't he? I mean,
what's the point?
Is that an element that you don't have to worry about him running?
Brady
Does that help you?
No, but here's the thing, and you can look it up. Who gets the ball out quicker than Tom Brady? He don't got to run. He's getting to the guys who can run.
And
no one in the league gets the ball off quicker than Tom Brady does.
And I'm agreeing with Jesse in the fact that he ain't holding the ball and he ain't messing around. His receivers going to be where they need to be. So sacking him and harassing him, that means our coverage is going to have to be great. Our coverage is going to have to be great.
And they use everybody. Everybody. Burkhead, Sony Michel, James White. What's the other the kid on special teams? What's his name? Brandon Bolden. I mean, they use everybody. Screens, dump offs, Texas routes. We ain't got to Wes Welker yet. We ain't got to Mohamed Sanu or the rookie kid, N'Keal Harry. Like, they use everybody's an option. And what is the one thing we have struggled with in the last all dang year? We can't wrap up and tackle nobody. So now when they find a way to get Leighton Vander Esch and Sony Michel lined up one-on-one with each other, you like that matchup for us?
Not right now.
Sean Lee and Burkhead, you like that matchup?
Not right now.
You like any one of our linebackers, you don't like the matchup with them getting the running backs the ball quickly and in space, because we have failed to be able to bring anyone elusive down. That's what they go to. And then once you start biting up on that, here comes that little gnat, just one of the dirtiest players in the league. I hate him, but I love him. Wes Welker. Julian Edelman. He's going to fight. He's dirty. Oh, he's dirty. Oh, he's dirty, and he's a terrible human being. He is. But nobody works harder than that Joker.
But he's good.
That Joker, he deserves everything that he has gotten football-wise. Nobody works harder than Julian Edelman. Nobody. I cannot stand him as a human being. I will tell you to your face, nobody works harder than that Joker. Nobody.
I tell it here, man.
Tell it.
You know, we this thing gonna be good Sunday. I'm serious. All we got to do is don't be scared. Just go into there with great confidence, doing what you do well, and you will be okay. Don't try to outthink them. And I will agree with Jesse on one thing right here. Michael Gallup, you can't drop nothing. Because when they
hang on. Last segment, let's do that. Let's go around. We usually do this on Friday. We won't give scores or anything. But let's give 3 keys, what we think 3 major keys to this game are.
Yeah.
When we come back on Hangin' with the Boys.
Since 1865, Stetson hats are American-made with pride right here in Texas. And Stetson is proud to be on the field with America's team. Want to show your Texas and team pride too? You can. By purchasing your own Stetson, you can look just like how the flag guys do on field at every home game. Stetson hats, the official crown of all self-respecting Cowboys, and your favorite football team. Get yours today in the Stadium Pro Shop or at Stetson.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again for Tailgating with the OtterBox Boys.
OtterBox, the company that builds wildly overprotective phone cases?
The one and only. But cases are just the start. OtterBox is the official outfitter of tailgating.
If they can keep my phone safe, what can they do for my parking lot party?
How about protecting your beverages from suboptimal drinking temperatures with their elevation tumblers? And OtterBox elevation tumblers come in 3 sizes, a 10-ouncer, a 20-ouncer, and even a 64-ounce growler.
Check out all the colors and sizes of their elevation tumblers at otterbox.com.
Want to use what the pros use? How about the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black? Right now, you can get the Jack Black Starter, a curated collection of Cowboys locker room favorites for just $10 with free shipping. The starter includes 4 Jack Black skincare favorites, plus a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Go to getjackblack.com/Cowboys and use the code word TEAMJB. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys. The Jack Black Starter, $10, free shipping.
Whether you're into being a part of this or more into something like this, SeatGeek has the tickets to the events you love. It's the easiest way to find, buy, and sell tickets. Plus, with their Deal Score technology, they'll recommend the best seats in the house at the best value. So the next time you're craving this, download the SeatGeek app and let's go. SeatGeek.
Back to Hangin' with the Boys.
Get yourself out here to watch this game if you're not going to be in New England. Come to the Cowboys Watch Party presented by AT&T this Sunday, November the 24th. Enjoy a festive game day atmosphere on Tostitos Championship Plaza as the Dallas Cowboys take on Jesse Holley's New England Patriots. Admission and parking are free. Visit thestarinfrisco.com for details. They're going to have the in-game presentation like they do at AT&T Stadium out on the big board. Cheerleaders and DCR&B will be performing. It's going to be a good time. Cheerleaders?
Let me.
The Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders and Dallas Cowboys rhythm and blue dancers.
Let me say this.
Come out.
Let me say this. You did an excellent job of bringing that. You did today. I mean, normally you would just
fumble a lot.
Yeah, not fumble. You just don't have the passion that you had today, because but I noticed how much we missed before. But when Kurt read yesterday, I said, "Wow, I didn't know all of this." And I said,
Kurt's much more informative than I am.
I'm just saying. I mean, I ain't trying to compare nothing. I'm just saying the Patriots way, the Cowboy way. I mean,
Stop. Stop. Hey, I try to cover up a lot of ugly with enthusiasm. Lack of knowledge and misinformation.
But tell them what did you do yesterday. Tell them the good thing you did yesterday.
Oh, so every year, it started last year, and I think they're turning this into an annual thing. Albertsons Tom Thumb is a huge sponsor of the Cowboys. They're one of the great partners that we have.
Love Carol.
Carol's amazing. Carol Pageant, amazing. And they really care about the organization. They really care about the Salvation Army. That's two causes that we matched a sponsor up with a great cause.
Right.
Salvation Army is very near and dear to the Jones family. And Albertsons Tom Thumb does a lot of donating and a lot of cross work with the Salvation Army. So they started a supermarket sweep type show. Here, if you're watching the broadcast, we got some video.
Yeah.
So a supermarket sweep that we started last year. We had Dak, Zeke, and Jason Witten, and nobody else, I guess, was available last year. So they asked me to host it, and then asked me to come back again this year. And they're producing a video that we're trying to get together by Friday, and turned it into a little game show. They gave all the groceries that were scanned through, they donated to the Salvation Army for Thanksgiving, and they also donated $50,000. So it's a great deal, great cause, a lot of fun, and it's really one of the
Look
most.
at Zeke. He got some bursts.
Look at his hair. Have y'all seen his hair like that?
He got some bursts, Jesse.
Got a little burst.
Jesse got some bursts.
I needed it in Foxborough. I don't need it in Albertsons.
But yeah,
He got some bursts.
Great thing they do. So a lot of fun yesterday. So video should be coming out shortly. That's why I was not on the show. So. All right, Kurt.
Now Jesse had a personal deal why he missed,
and it will remain personal.
It will remain personal.
Yeah, he didn't just sell the show out because I wasn't here. He actually had something.
I don't know.
On.
Do you think he made that up because he found out you weren't gonna be here?
No, that's giving you more time to talk. You know I like to talk. If he wasn't here, I'd have more time to talk.
You think he would miss a day on Patriots week? No, there is no chance.
His first love.
I could have been promoting myself to host the show next year. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm always I'm
Hey, injury creates opportunity.
You know
I was out yesterday.
Yeah.
Let me say this right here.
Say it.
3 keys to victory from the voice of reason.
Who wants to start?
Kurt will start.
I'll
go last.
Least football guy.
I'll go second. I'll go second.
Nate, you're third.
I'm not going at all because
oh my God.
My 3 keys to victory can go right now.
Nate, go. You go.
Win.
Jesus. Kurt.
Okay, I'll steal one from Nate.
Okay.
Win.
Yeah.
You want the one or the third win on that one?
Yeah. Tackle. You better make your tackles.
Oh, yes, sir.
Second one, no turnover. Dak's got to have a good game. No turnovers.
Thank you.
Those are like low-hanging fruit.
2 great ones. No. 2 great.
The third one, I'll say that I think the area concern the special teams.
Mm-hmm.
They need some. They can't afford.
Oh, they're hitting yardage. Yes, sir. Oh, Kurt,
right.
you
like I said, I took the low-hanging fruit. Now
you took the best ones. That's obvious.
All right.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to go with mine are obvious as well, but I think you can't turn the ball over in New England. I don't think you can turn the ball over up there. You got to buck the trend that everybody else has been doing and don't let them take the ball over. I think you got to create turnovers this game. I think going heads up. I fear them having the ball the last, and I do not want the ball in Tom Brady's hands. I've seen that story with Aaron Rodgers way too many times. And then I don't think you can start slow. If you get down by 10 in Foxborough, I think it's game over. You got to come out. We talked about this at lunch. I don't think you have to come out and score, but I think you got to come out and at least sustain a drive and get the ball into their end of the field and pin them back deep if you can. Play that field position game. I think it sounds real simple, but I think it could be simple. And I'm with Nate. This could possibly turn into a high-scoring game.
I'm hoping it does.
One of the things that I when I was with New England, and I talked about that game they played against us back then.
Once again,
no.
New England.
I want to just tell you.
For his 2.5 cups of coffee.
My half a pot of coffee. I want to give you the thing that I learned when I was there.
Okay.
When we watched that game when they played the Cowboys, and Bill said it in the meeting. We had that game won 2 possessions before we got the last possession.
Wow.
He was like, we were. He goes, the way the game was going, we were going to set it up to where we got the ball last. They had already had plays. Go back, if you got a chance, go back and watch the fourth quarter of that game. When they came out on the field, there was no question about what they wanted to do. He was like, we had this thing figured out 2 possessions before. We knew what we wanted to do, how we were going to do it, where we wanted to attack, and how much time we wanted to leave on the clock for you guys. And they left 6 seconds on the clock. Aaron Hernandez scored the touchdown at the end, and they methodically walked the ball down the field for a score. And I was just like, so I don't want it to be a shootout. We have to beat them. Because if they end up getting the ball last, we're done.
Mm-hmm. Oh, come on now. We can't have it.
But I'm serious. So here's my keys to the game. All
right.
Yes, sir.
3 keys.
Hold on.
Write it
Everybody
down.
get the keys.
Get the keys out.
Get the keys to the game. Just got them for it. He drive.
You got to be nasty. This has to be a nasty football game.
Physically, literally,
mentally, emotionally. Everything about what you do has to be nasty.
Wow.
You got to get down and dirty.
Right.
That's how you're gonna have to beat this football team. You got to get nasty. Okay. You have to be 100% right in your alignment and assignment. If you are out of position, they will find you. You gotta be. If you're supposed to be in the A gap, if you're supposed to block that guy, if you're supposed to run 12, don't run 10. You have to be on point alignment and assignment. Always. When you get in the red zone, you have to score touchdowns.
No field goals. Huh?
This will not be a field goal game. You gotta score touchdowns. You always have to put the pressure back on them. If you give them wiggle room, if you give them opportunities, they will take them and eventually beat you.
Ex-Philadelphia.
You have to apply the pressure. Every time they get the ball, they have to feel like we have to win on this possession. If you give them room to be like, we're good. Oh, we're only down 3. No, it has to be 7, 14, 21. The pressure has to be applied to them.
Because they don't blink.
And that's the thing. You have to put it to where they can't blink. If you give them opportunities to blink and recover, they will eventually beat you. You have to put it on them where if they blink, it's done. Many people can't do that. I think we have the offense to do so. We cannot do what we've been doing the last couple games in the red zone. Prior to the last 3 or 4 games, we were 72% in the red zone. The last couple games looked like we were last year, 28%, 30% in the red zone. Red zone has to mean touchdown. This whole field goal thing, Brett Maher is not going to be a factor in this game at all. Only thing he should be doing is kicking for extra points. If he's kicking for field goals, we're not. If he's kicking for field goals, if Brett Maher has more than 3 field goals in this game, we lose by 18 or more points.
Speaking of field goals, I didn't realize Nick Folk is their kicker.
Nick Folk's been around for a long time.
You know who else has been around a long time?
He's my teammate.
Looking down on this list, Patrick Chung. He's been in the league, 53 years? He played back when Nate was playing.
He's been around forever.
That dude has been around as long as Brady, it seems like.
He's been around. He got at least a good 12, 13 years in.
Yeah, man.
Anybody got a napkin?
Why?
Want to give it to Jesse because where he done kissed up to.
Look at him wiping his face all over Nate's shirt.
Get what? I'm going to give you the keys.
All right, fellas. Kurt, thanks for being here. Thanks for manning the ship yesterday. Jesse, good seeing you, man. Tomorrow, Nate, thanks for bringing it. Tomorrow is going to be a fun show. We have the couch from the show Friends that is set up in between the locker room and the training table for tours. We are going to broadcast live from the Friends
Live,
couch
baby.
tomorrow. Try to harass some players as they walk through the building. I almost called you Kent.
That's all right.
Kyle.
That's all right, baby.
That's a good comparison.
That's
Kent,
good.
Yeah, that's
Kent
a
was
compliment.
baller.
Thank you.
Yesterday. So
What's
precise.
that? Was he
Kyle
precise?
so-
Kyle brings a lot to this show,
Yeah,
man. Thanks for
man.
bringing it, Kyle.
His production
He
is
did not
problem.
hesitate to put his face on that wall every
he
chance
will.
he got.
His
Production
I don't
has
blame
brought
him.
our show up, man.
I don't blame him. FaceTime. Hey,
He don't hesitate, man. He don't hesitate to put his face on the wall.
Cade, thanks for not having anything to do with this show.
Cade
Let
sold us out,
Let the
didn't he?
production value keep going up.
I follow Kyle on Twitter. Kyle has a sister who plays baseball. Softball.
Wow.
Softball.
Volleyball. One of the sports. I
Way
saw
to
that.
good close follow there, Jesse.
Yeah, way to go,
Third
Jesse.
tries the charm.
It's just like me not following.
It's better than Nate.
All right,
You didn't know he had a sister at all.
Tomorrow we'll all be friends from the couch on Hanging with the Boys.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!